On his way to Vrindavan, Lord Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu passed through the forest of Jhārikhan and made all the tigers, elephants, deers and birds dance and chant the Hare Krishna mahā-mantra. Thus all the animals were overwhelmed by ecstatic love. Jaya Jaya Gaura Chandra Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. All the glories to Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu, all the glories to Lord Nityananda, all the glories to Advaita Chandra, all the glories to all the devotees of the Lord. Sharat Kaila Haila Prabhu Charita Haila Mati Ramananda Svarūpa Sanghe Nibrita Yukati. When autumn arrived, Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu decided to go to Vrindavan. In a solitary place, he consulted Ramananda Rai and Svarūpa Dāmodara Goswami. Mora Sahaya Karayadi Tuma Duvijana Saveyami Yana Dekeshi Vrindavana. The Lord requested Ramananda Rai and Svarūpa Dāmodara Goswami to help him go to Vrindavan. Ratre Uttivana Pate Padana Ayave Ekakiya Ibe Kamu Sangena Laive. Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu said, I shall leave early in the morning and go incognito, taking the road to the forest. I shall go alone and not take anyone with me. This trip to Vrindavan is after South Indian trip also. Kehaya di sange laite pache ute dhaya Savara rakive na keha nahi aya. If someone wants to follow me, please stop him. I don't want anyone to go with me. Prasannahaya agna diba namani badukha Toma sabara sukhe pate have mora sukha. Please give me a permission with great pleasure and do not be unhappy. If you are happy, I shall be happy on my way to Vrindavana. Duvijana kahe tumi Ishvara swatantra Ye ichha se gariva naha paratantra. Upon hearing this, Ramananda Rai and Svarūpa Dāmodara Goswami replied, Dear Lord, you are completely independent. Since you are not dependent on anyone, you do whatever you like to desire. Kintu amaduna rashuna eka nivedana Tumara sukhe amara sukha kahila apane. Dear Lord, kindly hear our one petition. You already said that you will derive happiness from our happiness. That is your statement. Amaduna ramane tave bhada sukhaya eka nivedana yadi dharadaya maya. If you will please accept one request, we shall be very, very happy. Uttama Brahma eka sangha avashya chahi vikshakari vikshadi veyave patravahi. Our Lord, please take one very nice Brahmana with you. He will collect alms for you, cook for you, give you prasadam and carry your water pot while traveling. Anna pate yaite nahi bhojayana Brahmana agnakara sanghe chaluka vipraye kajana. When you go through the jungle, there is no Brahmana available from whom you can accept lunch. Therefore, please give permission at least one pure Brahmana to accompany you. Prabhu kahe nija sangi kona nahalaiva eka jana nila ane ramana dukha haiva. Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu said, I shall not take any of my associates with me, because if I choose someone, the others will be unhappy. Nutana sangi haive ibeka nigdayan ramana aicheyave paita velai eka jana. Such a person must be a new man, and he must have a very peaceful mind. And if I can obtain such a man, I should agree to take him with me. Purpose. When Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu formerly went to South India, a Brahmana named Krishna formerly went to South India trip was first and next one. A Brahmana named Krishna went with him. It was Krishna who fell victim to a woman, and Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu had to take a trouble to free him from the clutches of gypsies. Therefore, the Lord here says that he wants a new man who is peaceful in mind. One whose mind is not peaceful, is agitated by certain drives, especially sex desire. And even though he may be in the company of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, such a man will be victim of woman and will fall down even in the company of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Maya is so strong that unless one is determined not to fall victim, even the Supreme Personality of Godhead cannot give protection. The Supreme Lord is representative, always want to give protection, but a person must take advantage of their personal contact. If one thinks that the Supreme Personality Godhead representative is the ordinary man, he will certainly fall down. Thus, Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu did not want a person like Krishna Das to accompany. He wanted someone who was determined, who had a peaceful mind, and was not agitated by ulterior motives. It's a very important point. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namane. Namaste Sarasate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisheshaya Shunyavadi Pashyadadeshatahare. Jai Shri Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nanda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare. So the point here is that we all like to be associated of Krishna. Okay? That is our desire. But we should have peaceful mind. Otherwise, how we can serve Krishna with details? We can't. Just like we want somebody's company, we want that person to be peaceful. If somebody is disturbed, we don't like his company, he disturbs us. So similarly, for disturb people, this material word is there. If you want to go back to Krishna's lotus feet, you have to make your mind pure. Because peace of mind only comes from purity of mind. First meaning, and purity of mind comes from purity of actions. Many times we see, sometimes as teachers, students can't concentrate. Sometimes nowadays they say more than 10 minutes nobody can concentrate. Whatever it is, understand the principle. The first principle is that if my activities are pure, then my mind is pure. When my mind is pure, I have peace of mind. And when I have peace of mind, then I am happy. This is how a person can, or when I have peace of mind, I can concentrate. If a mind is disturbed, I can't concentrate. Okay? Isn't it? Either it is in spiritual life or is in our, the so-called academics of today. Whatever you want to do, whatever you have to do, you need to concentrate. You cannot concentrate, a mind is disturbed. So, and finally, one wants to be happy. So you can't be happy unless you have peace of mind. And you can't have peace of mind unless you are pure in mind. And you cannot be pure in mind unless you are pure in activity. It's a shame. And today what happens in society, nobody teaches people how to be pure in activity. Rather they say, little impurity will do. Little moderation, that we call moderation. Little nonsense will do. Just like if I have 101 fever and I want to work, it's a danger. Because if it becomes 106, death will occur. Okay? That's why when you have fever, we relax. If we are sick in some way, we have cold, we have headache, we have fever, we just relax for some time and then we start activity. Otherwise, it may aggravate to some serious disease. Okay? Everybody does that. You know, you get up in the morning, feeling a serious headache, having a bad cold, what do? Take a little rest, take some medication, get fresh, get out of the sickness, then you work. But today in the society, this is not there. They keep all infections and somehow buy some painkiller, something, and they somehow work with all that. So similarly, society also, People keep all bad habits alive in their heart, and then they try to go. And the result is any time person can slip and become mad. That's the danger. Right? So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu does not want such a company. Because Kala Krishna Dasa was with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu when he came to South India too. And we heard some time ago, he ran away from his own service to associate with somebody. This was gypsy, what are the people called? Vatahari, some kind of gypsy people. Basically he was attracted to their loose woman and he ran away to enjoy with them. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally brought him back from there. So anyway, that's a story we'll cover some other day. The point here is that you want Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's company, you want Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is rather more merciful than Krishna, so merciful. Mood of the Lord himself was a devotee. But even he, when he came back to Mayapur, he said, I don't want him, he can go anywhere he wants. He brought him back, by the way, and that's another story. The point here is that if you want association of Krishna, you should know Krishna, you cannot go with a disturbed mind. You should be completely pure in mind. Then we can serve Krishna. Okay? Serve Krishna with attention. You go to Krishna for what? Not Krishna will serve you, you have to serve him. He is the Lord, Supreme Lord, and it's a great pleasure to serve the Lord. It's not the servant we know in this world. And in this world, servant means you pay him the money. He's not serving for out of love. He's serving for your money. You say some difficulty, I cannot give you salary for some time, he will run away. Anyway, so many constraints are also there for him, but he can't do service out of love. He's serving, it's contaminated. Somebody gives a little more salary, you run away. But in the spiritual world, the service is done out of love. Therefore, it is not tiring, it is pleasurable. It's not a Hanuman is not like a wow, such a big war, pleasure, or my Lord, pleasure. Correct? Arjuna also, only hesitation was that Krishna, for my own sake, I don't want this war. But when he understood Krishna wants a war, he proceeded with it. Even though it was not easy, that service to the Lord. On his own, you try to look at it. Arjuna did not fight the war for himself. Because he said in the beginning, I don't want all this kingdom. That is what he fought, for Krishna's sake he fought. And it was not easy. Practically, he had to alone fight the whole war for the Pandavas. Practically, except Bhima, and Satyaki, not much support he had. He was practically fighting. He killed all their main warriors and almost all the armies of Kaurava went through the hand of Arjuna. Low. But he didn't have Krishna. Enough, no? How much I can do for you? Tired now. There were some days that Krishna congratulated him, Arjuna, I don't think anybody can fight like that. So that's encouraging him also in his service. But you see, the point is that even though he was doing service to Krishna, how much? Same way, Hanuman, how much? What a risk it took. You know, that is the devotee's attitude, because the serve out of love. Correct? Just like a mother takes care of the child, she doesn't count now 10 years or over how much I have to take care. It's a pleasure. So anyway, even in the material world, every relationship is just a perverted reflection of the pure relationship of the spiritual world. The perverted reflection. Because what you are thinking the child is not the child, it's only a packet. The real child, you don't even have access. We don't even have access to the real child. So this point is clear that unless we are pure, we can't get personal association of Krishna. So let us now proceed. Svarūpa Dāmodara Balabhadra Bhat ācārya Tomateshu ndāvana pandita sadhu ācārya. Svarūpa Dāmodara then said, here is the Balabhadra Bhat ācārya who has great love for you. He is honest, learned scholar, and is advanced in spiritual consciousness. Now let us see. Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu wanted a new man. This is purported by Srila Prabhupada, his divine grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Wanted a new man, not a person like Kala Krishna who would fall for women. Svarūpa Dāmodara therefore immediately pointed out a new Brahmana named Balabhadra Bhat ācārya. Svarūpa Dāmodara Goswami has studied this person very thoroughly. And he had seen that he had great love for Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu. Not only did he love the Lord, but he was also learned and honest. He was also He was not duplicitous. He was advanced in Krishna consciousness. And he was advanced in Krishna consciousness. According to Bengali proverb, Ati Bhakti Chorena Lakshana. Too much devotion is a symptom of a thief. A person who assumes himself to be a great devotee, but mentally is thinking of something else, is duplicitous. One is not duplicitous, is called a sadhu. Svarūpa Dāmodara immediately pointed out that Balabhadra Bhat was quite fit to accompany the Lord because he was a learned scholar and he was simple and he had great love for Śrī Lord Caitanya Mahāprabhu. He was also advanced in Krishna consciousness and therefore he was considered appropriate to accompany the Lord as a personal servant. The word Snigdha, very peaceful, and the word Susnigdha, affectionate, are used in the verse 14 and 15. They are also found in Srimad Bhagavatam 1.1.8. Bhūya snigdhasya sishyasya guruvo guhyam apiyuta. A disciple with actual love for the spiritual master is endowed by the blessing of the spiritual master with all confidential knowledge. Srila Swami has commented that the word snigdhasya means prema vrata. The word prema vrata indicates that one has great love for his spiritual master. Now the pure devotees, they work to actually benefit the society. Now when somebody can recognize them, the great acharyas, he becomes so affectionate to us. And actually we have this tendency. And they put it on either, some cricket star, some film star, some idiot politician, or sometimes in bogus sadhus. They put all this affection, love. People have this tendency. They idolate somebody, they love, and they glorify him. Sometimes they put it on a kid, their own child. My kid, yesterday he did that. Some small gesture by the kid, and they are for days talking about. It's all meant to be, it's Krishna consciousness. We are not stopping anything. We just say, put it on the right place. Put it on the right place. How much the fans and the cricket stars were caught in that scandal. How much the fans were crying, shocked. You know that. Similarly, when the bogus Swami was caught, the Nityananda, we saw how many his disciples were crying and taking shoes and hitting on his picture. Millions of followers. So the problem is we have to put this in the right place. The love, affection, respect has to be put. The Krishna consciousness is not without affection. We are not saying don't have emotions, don't have feelings. You should have, but put it at the right place. Then it is wonderful. So we have to put our love, affection, everything. We should put at the acharyas, and their life is so glorious. People nowadays, very important to hear. Today is the birthday of that actress or actor. To put it for the great souls who came to this earth. Remember their birthdays. And rather it is advised to even fast on that. Just like we have the birthdays of our acharyas. Srila Prabhupada, his Guru Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada, his Guru Gaurkishore Babaji, his Guru Bhaktivinoda Thakur. At least for the four acharyas, on their both appearance and disappearance day, half day we fast. Just to remember. So great souls came to earth. And it's not that it will be fully manifest, but if you put it in the right place, even as a sadhana, it is nice. Just like when you pay obeisances to Krishna, like Janmashtami. And somebody may say, I have still not developed love for Krishna. Should I fast for it? Better fast even. Because it will not be wrong. Correct? It will not be wrong. Your tapasya on that day for the Lord will make you glorious, and one day with love you will fast out the Lord. With love. One day you will do that austerity out of love. Now we do it as sadhana. So it's nothing wrong even for the great acharyas. Bona fide great acharyas. When we do some austerity on there, it's a great pleasure. But we should not make all this thing cheap. Then it is, therefore says devotee is very strict. Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada said, if you lack seriousness in this Krishna consciousness, then everything is all right. then you start even, and the danger is that you become an atheist. If you say, what is Krishna's appearance day? Anybody's appearance day? Then equating Krishna to anybody. Correct? Then the danger, just like so many politicians, so many so-called sadhus, they have their own temples. Don't want to name them. So many bogus. They are not even, we are not saying compared to us, but I am saying, in a principle, they are not on the platform of ācāryas. They are just trying to be a sadhu. That's all. Sadhu is a big thing. It's a very big thing. Vaishnava or a sadhu is a very big thing. Here it is said, sadhu, he has given a definition here in the purport. You read that? Okay. One who is not duplicitous is called a sadhu. So nice. Duplicitous means we say something, we do something. That is called duplicitous. Not honest, not straightforward. One who assumes himself to be a great devotee. What is the definition of duplicitous? A person who assumes himself to be a great devotee but mentally is thinking of something else is called duplicitous. He is cheating the society. So now you put affection on that person as some Paramahamsa, as some person who is taken to Krishna, which is not a fact. Then you will have trouble. One day you will have a shock. So everybody according to his situation, truth always is very important. And you put affection and it's very peaceful, pleasurable. Therefore it is said in Nectar of Instruction, we should divide. The great ācāryas, they give love, and Krishna also gives great love, because they have given love to this world. They have worked in this world out of love, out of compassion for the people. They sacrifice their life. We have great love for them. And also for the Lord, definitely for the Supreme Lord, we only love. Because only out of love, the Supreme Lord is doing every activity. Sometimes they say love is supreme, love, love, love. But what they are referring, love is not love, that is lust. They don't even know what is love. Love is a very pure thing. Love means when you are trying to benefit another person. And lust means when you want to when you want to use another person. Okay? In this world, find love, you will not find only lust. Every person is trying to use another person. Very rare. So Krishna is the first person who has only love. He wants to benefit the whole world. So Hridam Sarvabhutana is the best well-wisher for every living being. Now when somebody is doing like that, constantly 24 hours is thinking of your good. If you come to know such a man, if you don't love him, you must be really crazy man. Prabhupada therefore used to say, you are so hard-hearted. So hard-hearted. Krishna makes the whole creation for you out of love. He makes all arrangements. So many ācāryas are sent, go, tell them that they should work like this. Then they can come back to the spiritual world. If they are disturbed, even if I allow them to disturb other people. Okay. You cannot. Suppose Krishna allows any one of us crazy fellows to come to the spiritual world today. Number one, we will be bored. Why? Because there is only Hare Kr going, they are only dancing, and we don't have developed taste. We will get bored. What this? No TV, no newspaper. Because that is what we want. And second thing, we will be disturbed. Because we want something else. Because we are duplicitous here. Duplicitous means, apart from service to Krishna, something else you want, perhaps, and will disturb everything. Just like in a temple now, simple thing we have discussed many times. Somebody is saying, now I will make some bhoga for the Lord. No, I want to eat first. We will only disturb. Suppose a crazy fellow comes and says, disturb Lord service. No, why you are taking to him? Give me to him first. So like that, we will only disturb Krishna's service in the spiritual world. Therefore, Krishna can take us. Another point here. To go to Krishna's service, we need a recommendation. Just like in the material world, there is a recommendation. You want a job, you need recommendation. You need recommendation. Ācārya should be able to, just like when you go to somebody, please recommend me for that job. If he can't trust you, he loses his name. Suppose somebody says, some job opening is there. Okay? You go to somebody, can you recommend me for that job? But if he can't trust you, how will he recommend? He loses his name then. Correct? He can't recommend. So therefore, we should have won the trust of our ācārya. Yes, he is. And what is the trust? He is not duplicitous. That is the Svarūpa Dāmodara. He is sincere. So that is what we have to prove ourselves. We have to win the trust of the ācārya. Yeah, he is sincere. We have to win the heart. We have to win the heart of ācārya. Yeah, it's very nice. Krishna, he can engage in your service. He is a wonderful devotee. You should be able to say that with confidence. So, whole life is nothing else. Whole life is nothing else. We have to win the trust of Krishna. That's all. There is nothing else you can do in your life. Correct? And not directly through the ācārya. Yes. I have given him some guidelines very sincerely. There was one beautiful instance, and we close with that. So what happened? One devotee told Prabhupada, Prabhupada, what is there? Prabhupada, this tea and coffee we can take. No, it's a slight intoxicant only. What is wrong? You know that we don't take tea and coffee also. Prabhupada answer is bewildering. Prabhupada says, a devotee will rather go to hell than displease his spiritual master. Just imagine the platform. He said, devotee will rather, he said, can I take tea, coffee, Prabhupada? Because it was slight intoxicant only. Prabhupada talked about the principle, he didn't say personally. He said, why you are thinking like that? It's a slight intoxicant, it's a slight sinful activity. A devotee will rather go to hell than displease his spiritual master. So this should be the determination. Yes. And slowly, it's not that suddenly it will come. Cultivate, you have to think about that. Slowly. We are so fortunate, such a great devotee of the Lord. We are under his shelter. His divine grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. We are under his shelter. Such a great devotee of the Lord. What a fortune we have. Maybe we should displease him. We should see that we don't do anything. And if we can get his blessing and he is pleased, we will let it over. We will be blessed. We will definitely get Krishna's shelter. Śrīla Prabhupada ki, Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu ki.